She was all over. She was fast and all around. Yeah. I want to see the screen.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Church's Sun Lakes. I think everybody here knows me. So I don't have to introduce myself.
No, we don't.
I'll say our mission statement and our vision statement, so if you know it, say it along with me. Here at Unity Church's Sun Lakes, we are a community of love and light, teaching and supporting one another by living the truths taught by Jesus Christ and other master teachers. Our world is a world of oneness, where all people are free to live their divine potential. And it is my hope that those of you that came today, that each and every one of us get exactly what we came here, whether it be by being seen in our community, being in a community with like minds, and whether it be taking a nugget from the music or from the word that is spoken today, that we leave here knowing ourselves more as the divine. So help me welcome my best friend, Barb Horton. I've sang with Barb for over 20 years, and we are known as the JaJa's around the valley. The JaJa's. And in 2006, we started singing together at a New Thought Church, Unity of Mesa. And that's where we met Brian. And we have several CDs, of which I brought today. So if you want to take us home today with you, that's the only way you can take us home with you. But, so yes, help me welcome Barbara Horton and Brian Palmerino. This is one of our first New Thought songs called Redesign My Life.
I woke up this morning in a dream of gratitude, Spirit breathing me so present in my attitude. I thank God for this life and my divinity, and what I choose to do with it's completely up to me. My word is my life, the very life I live today. To redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. Like a song, I can sing the very life I wanna live. A life of health and happiness, a song of love to give. Peace is ever present and abundance seems to flow, and the love of God surrounds me everywhere I go. Oh, my word is my life, the very life I live today. To redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna change the words I speak. I'm gonna start right here with me. My word is my life, the very life I live today. To redesign my life, I'm gonna change the words I say. I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna think it out, I'm gonna speak with integrity. I'm gonna read it down, I'm gonna think it today. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna redesign my life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna redesign life today. I'm gonna start right here with me. I'm gonna redesign my life today.
And now we'll have our opening prayer by Reverend Juliet Bristow.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let's take a nice deep breath. Let's focus on our heart. In fact, you can put your hand over your heart. Just feel that love that's in there. Feel that love that is for you and with you and always within you. That's that connection. That's that connection with God. So right now, in this moment, and forever after, we know that connection is always with us, always because of us. And as we go forward, each step we take, we definitely know that this love and light and God within us is always there, each step we take. And the love that flows through, flows in our heart and out. And each step that we take again, that we know that this love we're carrying, this love that we are and sharing, it's almost like a glow all around us. It is the most beautiful that we are, and the most beautiful that we send out to re-radiate. That God's love, light is the truth. Because it is within us, and we know for sure that it is so. And so it is. Bless you.
And now our daily word by Stephanie. Read by Stephanie.
Good morning. I love this big print. This is so cool. I don't know. Oh, you think so? I'm a pretty big mouth. Anyway.
Just so as long as you're heard.
Okay.
The word is heard.
Okay. The Christ presence within is my radiant source of good. On a clear day, when a stray cloud passes across the sun, I notice the suddenly diminished light. Then, looking up, I see brilliant rays of sunshine surrounding the cloud. Instead of hiding the sun, the cloud helps me see and appreciate the sun's radiance. As the sun lights the earth and is the source of its energy, the Christ, the divine presence within me, is my light and my source of everything that I need in order to live brilliantly and joyfully. When, like a passing cloud, an obstacle or challenge along my path may seem to dim my Christ light, I respond by looking up, or I would say by looking within. By raising my point of view, I am reassured and strengthened, knowing the divine radiance is shining as brightly as ever. No cloud can dim the divine light in me. And from the scripture, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. John 1:5.
And now let's greet the divine radiance within each other. Saying hello, greeting your neighbor.
No, not yet. This next Wednesday.
from beyond my control. When you connect to the special place of higher consciousness and grace, all of the answers to all of your needs begin to surface. You've got to ask for what you want. Be clear and believe that it's your time. The universe responds to you when you get clarity. Go inside and see yourself being the person you want to be. It's time to put away the past and accept you're good now. Just believe. Many times we find ourselves thinking thoughts that bring us fear, and we don't really know how much we limit our lives each day. We have to train our minds to be happy and peaceful in harmony, aligning with our higher self so we can manifest. You've got to ask for what you want. Be clear and believe that it's your time. The universe responds to you when you get clarity. Go inside and see yourself being the person you want to be. It's time to put away the past and accept you're good now. Just believe. Making a difference, taking a stand for your greatness. Transformation comes alive when you believe in yourself. For there's no other way to be. There's no other way to be than whole, perfect, and complete. You've got to ask for what you want. Be clear and believe that it's your time. The universe responds to you when you get clarity. Go inside and see yourself being the person you want to be. It's time to put away the past and accept you're good now. Just believe. You've got to ask for what you want. Be clear and believe that it's your time. The universe responds to you when you get clarity. Go inside and see yourself being the person you want to be. It's time to put away the past and accept you're good now. Just believe. Just believe. Just believe.
Our talk title is today, As Within, So Without. And as I've said each week this month here at Unity Church of Sun Lakes, we are thoroughly committed to being a catalyst for personal and collective transformation, in which our heart is opened to experience God's profound love and joy, and in which divinely inspired dreams are made manifest. So this is who we are, and this is what we're all about. And if you think about distilling all of our teachings down to specific practices, I propose that there are 9 of them. When experienced in tandem, support us in living from our God-centered nature. And this is with our hearts opened and our visions and dreams made manifest. So this month we are exploring those 9 practices, and we've called them the Divine 9. As a reminder, here's where we have been so far with our Divine Nine.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I feel so far away.
Well, that was fun to watch.
Panic on everyone's face.
Sorry. It's all right. I won't move, I promise.
Thank you, Helen.
Sorry about that.
I had the laughing Jesus on there at first. Thank God he wasn't there. You would have laughed harder. Thank you. All right, so last week we were talking about, the first week we talked about sacred service, otherwise known as Seva, which we explored the first week of the month. It is giving of our time and our talent from the overflow of our infinite beingness. And from a place of knowing that we serve all of God's creation. And we are reenacting the loving givingness of God and therefore expressing our own divine nature. Sacred giving, otherwise known as tithing, which we also explored the first week of the month. It is leaving 1/10 of our supply with the source of all our supply and keeping and using as we see fit the remaining 90%. Visioning, which we explored last week, is a way to open us up to receive God's highest and best. Behind this practice is the idea that if we do not have a vision for our lives, a vision of where we want to end up at least the end of this circle around the upward spiral of our unending consciousness, of our unending evolution, then we will all live by our lives by default. But if we have a vision, which is God's higher vision, that we might even have for ourselves, our lives will be lived by design. That song that we started the service with, Redesign My Life, we had a whole workshop around that song. And people wrote down their visions through meditation. We did a practice, they wrote down, and then they went into a back room and they recorded in their own voice, speaking out their vision, and then they got to listen to it. We listened for a long time, and every one of those dreams that Barbara and I had came true. Every one of them. Even taking a cruise with Karen Drucker and eating dinner with her. That was part of that recording. And then we talked about affirmative prayer last week. And it is another way to open us up to receive by accepting that higher vision. So today we look at two more, focusing on the words of the master teacher, Jesus, who said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you." It's a beautiful promise, isn't it? In this service, we will deepen into this promise and into the sacred practices of meditation and visualization, one of which enables us to go within, and the other to manifest the without, or the outer, and both of which empower the innate ability we all have to create a world that works for us all. So meditation. I suspect most everyone in this room is familiar with this Divine Nine practice. And I'm sure many of you have a regular ongoing meditation practice. I see heads nodding. So you know the value and the importance of it to regroup, to reground, to gain clarity, and most importantly, to experience a sense of oneness with the divine. Think for a moment of this analogy. Let water represent the divine. What happens when you try to grasp it? Nothing. There's nothing there, right? But if you immerse yourself in it, then you experience it fully. Meditation immerses us in the divine and is the practice that allows us to seek ye first the kingdom. Charles Fillmore, in his book, Atom Smashing Power of the Mind, he wrote, every student of truth builds the Christ body as he constantly abides in the Christ mind through daily meditation upon words of truth. And Christian Larson, in The Pathway of Roses, wrote, the more deeply we love the inner life and the riches of the Spirit, the more spiritual and illumined we become. Accordingly, we can see more and more clearly how to do all things as they should be done. Our mistakes will decrease, and wrongs and evil will disappear. To love the life is to enter into the spirit of truth. And in the truth, there is freedom. Freedom from sickness, evil, weaknesses, and want. So we all realize the importance, the benefit to quiet the mind. But what is the challenge here? When a student once asked Ramana Maharshi, one of the 20th century's greatest Hindu sages, what stands in the way of my knowing myself as God? He shot back, your wandering mind. Oh yes, that wandering mind. What a pesky challenge it can be. Can you imagine if you did it every single day, how glorious that would be? Because you start from where you left off, always. But if you haven't done it for a while, you have to go right back to the beginning, just to take that little child inside there and calm it down. I absolutely love the description found in The World's Religions by Houston Smith. The motions of the average mind, says the Hindus, are about as orderly as those of a crazed monkey, cavorting about its cage. Nay more, like the prancings of a drunk, crazed monkey. Even so, we have not conveyed its restlessness. The mind is like a drunken, crazed monkey that has St. Vitus's dance. To do justice to our theme, however, we must go a final step. The mind is like a drunken, crazed monkey with St. Vitus's dance who has just been stung by a wasp. How long can the average mind think about one thing only, without slipping first into thinking about that thing and taking off from there on a senseless chain of irrelevancies? It's about 3.5 seconds. That's what psychologists tell us. Like a ping pong ball, the mind will all right where its owner directs it, but only to take off immediately on a jittery flight of staccato bounces that are completely out of hand. So what if the mind could be turned from a ping pong ball into a lump of dough, which when thrown sticks to a wall until deliberately removed? Would not its power increase if it could be thus held in focus? Would not its power increase? if thus held in focus? Would not its strength be compounded like the strength of a light bulb when ringed by reflectors? This is the aim of meditation. When all the senses are stilled, when the mind is at rest, when the intellect wavers not. That, say the wise, is the highest state. And there it is. Our wandering mind is our greatest challenge. And calming it is our greatest opportunity to reach a high state of consciousness, oneness from which all else derives. Chuang Tzu, an influential Chinese philosopher who lived from 399 to 295 BC, wrote, "When water is still, it's like a mirror. And if water thus derives lucidity from stillness, how much more the faculties of the mind? The mind of the sage in repose becomes the mirror of the universe." I could talk on and on about the virtues of meditation, scientific research about meditation, etc. But if I did, I would be like the man who came to visit the home of a well-known writer on spiritual themes, who took him to his exceptionally full library. There were books on every conceivable kind of meditation. Really an impressive collection. I bet all of us have an impressive collection of meditations. With all of these books on the subject, the visitor said, "Oh, you must be very adept at meditation." The host looked a little embarrassed and said, "Frankly, I'm so busy reading and studying that I don't have time to meditate." How many can relate to that? So I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but we will get to experience it a little bit later. We'll experience that calming of the wandering, prancing mind. But first we'll look at the second of the Divine Nine for today, and that is visualization. Wait, didn't we talk about that already last week? We talked about experience visioning last week. Seems like it's the same thing. Visioning is not the same as visualizing. They are in fact two very different things. In visioning, the sacred practice that we explored last week, we're open and receptive to no preconceived ideas. We were a blank canvas, awaiting inspiration from on high, actually from the depths of our being, on what the highest and best is for our lives. And I promise you, when you go there and you ask, you receive, if you're ready and open to receive. But visioning goes beyond what we think we want to have, what we want to be or to do. Visioning comes first, and then comes visualization. Visualization is putting the meat on the bones of our vision. Visualizing is seeing in our mind's eye our vision made manifest. Visualizing is feeling ourselves having the outer experience of that vision. And just as important as it is for us to spend time in the silence, quieting our minds in meditation, so that we might commune with the divine, so is it important for us to spend time seeing and feeling and tasting that which the divine has brought forth in and through us to experience. So this is a powerful note from the universe. If you could take a daily pill that would profoundly speed up the manifestation of all of your dreams, would you take it without fail? I see some heads saying yes. I would. But what if it was a big, ugly pill that took 5 minutes to dissolve on your tongue and it tasted like medicine? Would you still do it? No, I wouldn't either. I can't swallow pills. Yes, it would bring forth all of your dreams, but would you take it if it brought forth all of your dreams? But what if during those 5 minutes each day you couldn't watch TV or talk with friends or distract yourself in any way from your chore? Would you do that too? Yeah? Yes, yeah. You must really want a fabulous life. Okay, what if you could skip the pill entirely, but instead you had to set aside 5 minutes a day to visualize in a dark and quiet room, seeing your life unfold as if all your dreams were coming true. And for good measure, you had to say or do something each day that implied the same. Would you do it? You can't go back to the pill idea. Yours, the universe. Dr. O'Carl Simonton was a radiation oncologist and medical director of the Cancer Counseling and Research Center in Dallas when he suggested to a patient that he could influence his own disease through visualization. The patient was a 61-year-old man with throat cancer so advanced that he was extremely weak and could barely swallow or even breathe. He had a 5% chance of surviving. 5%. Simonton taught the man very specific visualization therapy. The results were so dramatic and the recovery so remarkable that Simonton and his colleagues taught their mental imaging techniques to 159 cancer patients. They were all considered incurable. 4 years later, 14 of those terminal patients were disease-free. 17 had stabilized. In another 12, the cancer was regressing. Altogether, an astonishing 63 of these terminal patients were still alive. And that is the power of visualization. So let's put both of these spiritual practices together now. I will start by using a meditation from the Vietnamese Buddhist monk, teacher, author, poet, and peace activist, Thich Nhat Hanh. And we will take it from there. So let's close our eyes. And silently repeat after me as you breathe. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, calm. Breathing out, smile. Present moment. wonderful moment. Breathing in, calm. Breathing out, smile. Present moment. Wonderful moment. Breathing in, calm. Breathing out, smile. Present moment. Wonderful moment. Calm. Smile. Present. Wonderful. Open to receive. I am open to receive. Calling to mind a dream that I have been desiring to manifest. Now seeing myself in that dream, feeling what it feels like. Hearing what it sounds like. Tasting it. And being grateful. Grateful for this vision coming true. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the knowledge, the intelligence, the knowing. Bringing yourself back now, taking deep breaths. Seeing yourself grounded, filled with light, the light of understanding. And a courageous heart, open. Come back when you're ready. it's nice just noticing, where are you? Good. So now it is time for our offering. And for those of you that tithe online, we just take that into our mind's eye and we bring it to our heart center. And for those of you that would like to donate today, Helen will be taking around the baskets. And we'll say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. And I will sing, I Am So Blessed by Karen Drucker. Bless the givers and the receivers of these gifts, and know they are but an inexhaustible substance of the universe. We give thanks that 10 times as much is now on its way and quickly manifests in perfect and divine ways. And now it's time for announcements. We have our membership classes coming up, so if you have not formally joined Unity Church of Sun Lakes and you are interested in doing that, we are going to be having classes. Reverend Tony Corrigan and I will be teaching the 5 Unity principles. We'll be talking about the history of the church and talking about Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady, and the 5 steps to unity prayer. And so if you're interested, all people are welcome. And it's not, just a talk to you. We want everyone to be able to share and communicate during these classes. They'll be an hour long, and they'll be on right after church on September 19th and September 26th. And I will just say that I remember when Barbara and I joined Unity of Mesa, and it was incredible, just an incredible experience to be able to say, yes, I am a member of this church, and you're important to me, and I'm committed to you. And so that's what I got out of it. Not to mention, we learned so much about the principles, and it's changed our lives. So I invite anyone and all of you, and there are many here that are already ministers, and we would love to have your contribution. So we'll have our induction ceremony on October 3rd. And then prayer partners, there's going to be a meeting after the service on August 15th. Just a reminder that Julia Norton holds prayer partner meetings on Wednesdays on Zoom at 10 a.m. And we still have the Reiki meetings every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Is that correct, Betty?
9:30.
9:30, excuse me. That's also on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. And there is a prayer box over here if you would like to write prayers down. We will take them at the end of service and make sure that those get prayed for. Reverend Tony is our prayer partner for today, and you can meet her over in the back if you would like personal prayer with her today. Do we have any other announcements? Matthew's Crossing today. Would you like me to talk about that, or do you want to talk about it?
Mike, I guess I'm going to talk.
Matthew's Crossing, we've been collecting from this community, this church, for several years now. A group of us collects from other places, and then we put it all together. But Unity is, I write an article for the Splash every month, so you can know how much we collect from Unity and from all the other places. And Sun Lakes is doing a wonderful job, and this wonderful church is doing a great job. So I thank you. But it's the first Sunday of the month. Okay.
It's for their food bank.
Yes, for
Okay,
their
so
food bank.
everybody understands what it.
Jeannie, you and I spoke before the service about prayers for Lois. Do you want me to say something, or you want to say something?
Go ahead.
Lois will have spinal surgery tomorrow, and her address has been sent out. She's at Banner Desert Medical Center up by the 60. And so we just want to hold that high visioning and visualization for Lois of the truth of her whole, perfect, healthy. We know that the surgeon is excellent and will be guiding in exactly every step of the way, and we give thanks for that.
You see all the little angels all around.
Yes.
Helping.
Yes. And see her standing right there, teaching us like she always did so beautifully. Thank you, Tony. I think that's all the announcements. So now we will close with the peace song and the prayer for protection. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God, and the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let's all give Mark a huge thank